Sending out mails. It's a crucial part of many applications. Many applications use it to send out invitation mails, send out password forgotten mails, and so on. And that's why in NoCode-X we've created several plugins for you to integrate with third-party mail service providers, such as, for example, the Mailchimp API plugin. This plugin can be used to use the Mailchimp API in a very straightforward way. You don't have to worry about the technical details that come along with using an API. In this video, I will show you how to use this plugin and how to send out your very first mail using the Mailchimp API. Let's dive in. So first of all, we head over to NoCode-X. We choose the correct workspace and the correct application in which we want to create or which we want to use the Mailchimp API. We head over to the hub and find the Mailchimp API plugin, which is the first one apparently on my page right now. So I open it up and I head over to the README file. And in the README file, I get a complete explanation on how to use this plugin. So if you don't want to watch this video, just read the README file. It'll get you started also. So what I do is I install this plugin, and this should install several actions for me to use and several data formats for me to use within my application. So as explained in the README file, I should have to go to the Mailchimp platform and do some setting up. I already created an account in the Mailchimp platform, and now I'm in Mandrill, which is a part of Mailchimp, to set up my domain. So as you can see, I already have set up my sender domain. I have verified this domain by using a link in an email address, by sending a mail to a mail address and clicking that link. And then what's very important, you should make sure that DKIM setting and DMARC status is correctly set up. So please follow the steps that Mailchimp provides you to set up these things. If these are not set up, you won't be able to send out mails. Once you've done that, and once you've hit the test DNS settings button, this should pop up as authenticated, which means that you will be able to send out mails from this domain. So the next thing that you need to do is you head over to settings, and if you don't have any API keys yet, you'll see this screen. If you have API keys, you will see a list of API keys that you've already created. In my case, I want to create a new one, so I'll add a new one. For all clarity, I will disable this API key after this video, so it won't be usable. So my API key is created and copied. Voila. So it's created, and now I can start using it in my application. As the Mailchimp plugin README says, I'll have to create a configuration data. So I'll have to go to the site navigation, choose the create on the data panel, and then create my Mailchimp API configuration. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'll go to data, I'll hit create. I'll call this my Mailchimp config. I choose the data format Mailchimp API configuration, and I can add the Mandrill API key right here. Now by default, this is a secret, so it will be stored encrypted in your database. So the next thing for me to do is to send out my mail. So sending out mails is a piece of logic in your application, so we'll probably want to create an action. So let's head over to actions, hit create, sending my first mail. Let's create this action. And now let's go back to the action overview. Let's filter all the Mailchimp API actions. So what this does is this only shows you the actions that come along with the Mailchimp plugin. And we'll see we have several actions right here. So the Mailchimp get template and info, the Mailchimp send new message, the Mailchimp get user info, and the Mailchimp add templates. These are all actions that you can use by using the Mailchimp API. And the one that I need is the Mailchimp send new message. So I'll just try and execute them from my action. So I'll use an execute action function, and I'll find send new message, and I can pass along a parameter called request with this send new message action. So if I put it on object and not on scope, because I don't have the request on my scope, I want to pass it as a literal value. So I can add new fields, and then I can choose which fields to add. For example, the message right here, which is probably the most important field in this request. So let us add text. Hey, this is my body, for example. Let us add a subject. Hey, this is my subject. Let's add a from email, which is important that it is from the domain that you have verified within the Mandrill app. Let us set a from name. Voila. And then of course I need to set a to, which is probably an array of objects, which has an email, and the to, I have a temporary email set up right here. So I'll send it to this temporary email address, and then I can also choose a name. My user, for example. And do I want to type? I do not want to use a type. Oh yeah, I want this type to be 2. Voila, just like this. Okay, and I'll see if I need any other values right here. I don't think I need anything else, so that's good. Let's see, so that's my message, and let's maybe see if we need to add a little bit something else. I don't think I need to add anything else, so let's try this out. Of course, this has a response and this has a status, and then I can, for clarity's sake, I can log the response that I get. If something goes wrong with sending it, but we hope nothing will go wrong. So now I want to test this logic, and testing your action in NoCode-X is pretty simple. You can create a page and put a button on it, link this action to that button, and then every time you click this button, this action will be executed. But you can also test actions within NoCode-X itself, so you don't have to go through that length to set up that page. What you can do is click the play button right here, and then you can start creating tests for your action. So and you can save those tests and execute them anytime you want. So let's call this my first test, for example. Let's save this test. And why would you have to save tests if it's just as simple as giving it a name? Of course, sometimes you have parameters on your action, and you want to create values for those parameters, and then you can add values to your test, and then you'll be able to save those values together with your test, so you don't have to always have to re-put in those values to do the same test over and over again. So if you now hit execute, you should see a message in the log with the response. So as you can see, we have a message in my log with the response. However, the message was rejected, and the reason was the recipient domain mismatch. So this is actually a response from Mailchimp, and we'll have to find out what this actually means and how we can fix this. So I'm back, and I checked the Mandrill or the Mailchimp documentation, and apparently when you're on a demo account, you can only send mails to verified domains. So this block will be lifted once you buy an actual account, but I'm on a demo account right now, so I'll just send my mail out to my own email address, so we can see it coming in. So as you can see right here, I've changed my email address to Tristan at NoCode-X, or the mail address which we want to send a mail at tristan@nocodex.com. And now when I hit the execute test again, I will see that the status of my mail is sent, and I will see no reject reason, no queued reason, and the email of this is tristan@nocodex.com. If I now open up my mail, I will see mails coming in with, hey, this is my body. So as you can see, this perfectly works. It'll get you started in like 5 minutes time, and you'll be able to send out mails from your actions and your logic within NoCode-X. So you guys, in a nutshell, this is how you use the Mailchimp plugin within NoCode-X. We have several actions that you can use. You can use several endpoints of the API. If you need any more endpoints, we'll be happy to implement them for you. So give us a heads up, show me what you're building. I am very, very excited to see what you guys are doing with this plugin. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and follow us on YouTube. And yeah, I'll hope to see you or talk to you in the future. So yeah, see you later.